Alright. Welcome back to another episode of Insane Disappearances. Another head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. Oh man, I tell you, what a day. It's the morning, and I just wanted to say good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, in my Heath Ledger's version of the German voice. I just wanted to come out to you guys today because I have a very insane disappearance to talk about. Yeah, that's right, I plugged myself. Oh my gosh. And it's happened in the mecca of most of the disappearances. This is in Arizona. Can you believe it? And we are going to get right to it right now. Yes, okay, this is about a husband of a woman who vanished during Mojave Desert hike. I just want her back, please. This is what he's saying, and this is a true statement from him because he's hurting very much so because of how she vanished, and we'll get to that in just a second. Alright, here we go. Now, once again, the husband of a 69, now I'm going to make this point pretty clear, 69-year-old woman who vanished, and I say vanished the way I do because of the way it was put on the screen. They highlighted it because that's exactly what this woman did, and I'm going to get to that part in a second. Okay, now, during a desert hike, is pleading for her safe return. Barbara Thomas, a grandmother from Bullhead City, Arizona, place where all the disappearances happen a lot. They go way back towards the 1800s, where a man an elderly man, I think maybe back in that time he was probably right, maybe his mid-40s maybe, but at the same time, a man out there in the Arizona desert said that a portal just opened up right in front of his face, or a doorway into a portal, or maybe a wormhole. Well, portals are actually earthbound, really. The wormholes are the ones that are always in the sky. So yeah, that was a portal. He said one opened up right in front of his face in Arizona, in the desert. Okay, now the story is that he was going to take a chicken, tie it up to a rope, send it in there. Before he did it, she was on the other side. See what's going to happen to him. Maybe some weird looking creature going to grab it the minute he pops his head out. Okay, and he'll get sucked in. But that didn't happen. He didn't even do that. He chickened out. But by the time he wanted to do it, the doorway closed. This is coming from the Arizona Guide, Mr. Famous Man. I get to him towards the end. Okay, now we're going to get back to the track. Okay, right here. Now, this is the crazy part. This is the part that happens with all the vanishing people. And this is a very common situation. It's like they're waiting for you to not have the thing that you know is going to be able to contact somebody else. You know, the fact that you have most of the criteria set, like being alone as soon as you turn the corner, or being alone when you are not having your devices, being alone when you are in the desert. It's very weird. Don't know why it's happening, but it's very weird. They're becoming a pattern because they happen every single time. And it's been happening for ages. But we're going to get back to the track right here. And like I said, she was wearing a bikini and she did not have any supplies. No cell phone. Now, how weird is that? Okay? Now, it says right here, when her husband says they became separated. That part isn't highlighted, but they became separated in 90-degree weather, heat, in the Mojave Desert. They highlighted that part too. Why didn't they highlight the separated part? They know every time people get separated, they always vanish. At least one of them anyway. You know, I was like, how can they vanish? Because they got separated. We knew where they was. But when they weren't seen, that's when they popped out of existence. Well, out of this one. Or maybe they fell into a wormhole that was in the ground. There was nothing there when they went around the corner. Went around the corner, there was nothing there. There was no hole. There was no person. There was no woman. There was no bikini top. None of that. Cell phone was probably in the camper. No, wanted to be light. You'd be doing all that walking, and that's very true. You don't want to carry nothing extra on you that's going to weigh you down, and you're going to sweat more. Then you're going to get tired faster. Then you're going to get dehydrated. Because she didn't even have any water, so she got dehydrated. She said she had a beard, but beer is not water, so it still wouldn't really help. So she became dehydrated. Okay. So now this all happened on July 12th. This was a couple weeks ago. We're almost in August, dude, and dudettes. Oh Lord, kids about to go back to school. Bus is gonna be coming through your subdivision when you sleep. Gonna wake your butt up. That. Oh gosh, I hate that crap. I'd be so glad when summer come around. And my kid is 18. She already graduated, so I ain't got to deal with it. And then she wasn't even living with me. She was living with her aunt and somewhere. So I was gonna slip, did you? Nope. Don't do that. Me no do that. Anyway, okay, getting back to track here. Okay, now in an interview with Inside Edition, I was about to say extra, but that wasn't it. Anyway, Inside Edition. Oh, I think they go. But anyway, Robert Thomas, which was her husband, said he believes someone took Barbara when he lost sight of her during their hike. Now I'm gonna get to that part in a second because that's the weird part. That's one of the criteria when you say he lost sight on the hike. I'm gonna tell you why he lost sight on the hike. If anyone has her, I would just beg that they would release her. No questions asked. He said, becoming emotional. I just want her back. Yeah. Now, Robert also says they had taken a short trip. Now, this is the part that I'm going to get to that's very, 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 very strong in the criteria area of these disappearances. These insane disappearances. Okay. They were taking a short trip in their camper when they decided to pull up and go for a 2-mile walk to explore rock formations. Boulders, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they walked into a boulder field. That's the best, rock formation to even go near. Okay? Maybe they were scattered. Who knows? A lot of places where they be scattered. Some of them be set up in weird ways, like in a straight line, like it's in a stadium or something. You see like a row of rocks that look like people in a stadium. Or set up to look like people in a stadium, but they're rocks. I've seen it. Very weird. Very cultural, but very weird. Who could have the power to do that? Giants, maybe? Wasn't them. It ain't like they can take their hand, pick it up like they picking up a pebble, and just place it. Only ones that can do that are giants. All garden animals were giants. They can grow to any size and shrink down to just nothing but a ball of energy. It's very true. I'm not saying all the balls of energy you see around that be flowing is angels. No, it's just that energy is energy. So when you die, you become energy. But anyway, let me get back to the point here. I'm getting dragging out. Okay. So, like I said, 2-mile hike. Going to look at some rock formations, take pictures and all that stuff. Now, they took a pack, beer. Okay, now what elderly couple takes beer on a hike where you know you're going to need water? I guess they figured the water from the beer would soon take over. It would separate. They would pee it out, and then you have nothing but the water to sustain in your body to keep you, wet inside. So, but whatever. Anyway, so okay. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Oh, so they did have a gallon of water. My bad. Okay, now at first they said they said she didn't have any supplies, but obviously she did. They had water, so that's the main thing you need, and maybe some beef jerky, but they didn't have that. But they had a gallon of water, so that's good. But she didn't have a gallon of water because she went out there. He had a gallon of water, so that's what made it even worse. Anyway, now and Barbara, she was wearing a bikini top, like I said, hiking boots, and black socks, and a red and white baseball cap, to keep the sun out of her eyes, even though she had sunglasses on, but it cools off her head and cools off the top of her face and all that stuff, with the shade and all that. So, she was thinking, but she wasn't thinking hard enough. She didn't have any supplies. I mean, she ain't had no beef jerky, she ain't had no cupcakes, she ain't had nothing. I would risk getting a toothache than not have no food with me, I'm just saying. And you be in some serious pain and you out there in the freaking sun with a freaking toothache, but at least you're eating, it'll sustain you for about maybe 2 seconds. Anyway, okay. Now it says here, they were on their way back to the camper when Bob said his wife started pulling ahead. That means she got a burst of energy and she took off in a shot. Boom! He just started speed walking. Oh, yeah, ooh, man, I may be over. I'm right. Shit, oh yeah, that's right. Woo! She probably got her headphones on, just bump, bump, bump. Or maybe listen to some old time big band music. I don't know. But anyway, she jumps ahead. Just like, oh yeah, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's just walking. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm young. Ooh, yeah, I may be 69, but oh yeah, she just walking. Then all of a sudden, she does the one thing that happens a lot when you hiking. Get this. So like I said, she and him, she just okay. This is what happened. He told her he wanted to take a picture of a rock formation. She probably didn't even hear it. She was just so into her walk. She was, oh yeah. She just kept going. And he says, and as he put his camera away, he saw her round the corner. That is the last time I ever saw her, he said. She rounded the corner and vanished. That means the second she went around that corner, when they knew he was out of sight, they probably measured out the trajectory of his eyesight point. Okay? Now, let's just say you're looking at your wife, she's rounding the corner. So his eyesight is here, and then he turns, so his eyesight is here, right? And then, at that point, wherever his eyesight gets cut, where he can't see her no more, that was the second she vanished. As soon as she was out of his sight, from that angle, when she went around that corner, that's when she literally just vanished. That had to have been the moment when she vanished. There wasn't no, just because he was ahead of her, just because she was ahead of him, she was still moving. So at some point, you think he would have saw her in the distance, just steady, just going, like she was in a trance, like she couldn't stop. Okay, no, that wasn't it. She vanished the second she was out of his sight, literally. And I'm talking like the angle where he was looking at her at. As soon as she went around that corner, as soon as she disappeared behind the corner that maybe that wall of rock, that's when she vanished. So that was on purpose. So somebody opened up a wormhole or portal, and she literally just walked right through it. And it was too fast for her to even react, I would imagine. Maybe the doorway was invisible to the naked eye. Probably because of the reality that we're in. We can't see it. Now, if we were able to lift the veil, we probably would be able to see it. I've actually seen a wormhole appear in the sky over my head. I took a picture of it. At some point, I think it kind of faded out. You know, I don't know why. I see that a lot when I take pictures of things in the sky. For a couple of days, I can see it, and then all of a sudden it just disappears. Like a photo I took on the video of the woman that I interviewed, the one that went to Brown Mountain National Park. She actually, well, there was a point in that video where I took a picture of something that looked like the image of a gray. I could see the eyes and everything. Okay, I was able to go to the frame and see that because I was like, I noticed something. I was like, what the heck? Did I just see what I think I just saw? So I went back to the frame and I snapped a picture of it. And this was on my phone, so it was easy for me to see it. It was like right there. So I was able to do like a screenshot of it. And it looked like one of the interdimensional beings that was in between levels. But when they're in between levels, they're transparent. It's kind of weird because, like, say, let's just say they passing through dimensions. They can actually be in between dimensions. That's the reason why they look, transparent when you see them. Like, some people have said that they've seen some grays that can actually phase in and out. That's because they are passing through a dimension. So they can literally pass through it. But when you see them pass through it, they are actually looking transparent, see-through. They become solid once they are completely in this dimension. And they can do that at will. I actually saw one in my house. That's what they were doing, basically. They were phasing in and out of dimensions. So when they phase in and out, they look like they're disappearing or just like fading out or fading in. Okay, so that's how powerful their minds are. Because they come from a non-physical plane. But anyway, I got to get back to this story. I got to finish this. I'm sorry. I get talking about stuff. I go nuts. Anyway, I apologize. Okay, this is the more important part here. Anyway, so like I said, that was the last time he saw her. When he reached the corner and didn't see her, he assumed, she probably got back to the camper. Or was sitting outside the camper because the camper was locked. Okay, but that was the part that came up after the fact. Okay, so I spilled the beans about that part to make the whole story more intense. So that was my bad. Anyway, okay, now he was, like I said, he figured that she was probably sitting out the camper by the time he, got there. So when he got there, when he got to the vehicle, finally, the door was locked. She was nowhere in the area. He hollered out her name, waving his arms just to make sure she actually saw him, just in case she was like up on a hill or something like that in the distance. But he's waving his arms, he's doing all this stuff, looking around the area, and saw that she wasn't anywhere around. She never responded, so he really got panicky. And he called 911. Which was a very smart thing he did. So 911 and authorities, they came to the scene, search crews, including the sheriff's deputies, the K-9 officers, and helicopters. Everybody showed up. Okay? Now, they've been looking for Barbara in the days since. On Wednesday, about 20 people continue to search. Now, he says that he feels like someone did, pick her up because she was wearing a bikini top. She had a beer in her hand, and she was ahead of me, and she had to cross that road. There was like a little road that, that you cross in order to get to the camp. So you had to go across the road to get to the camper because it was probably in the area where they parked at. That was part of a park, I guess. And when they were probably passing by, they pulled up, they probably said, "Hey, you need a ride?" And, she was lucky. But that didn't happen. That never happened. She never even got to the road. She disappeared the minute she turned that corner. That's the creepy part. That's the part that everybody see. This is the part that makes people say, "Oh well, she probably got to the road and she got picked up, or she probably fell into well, I don't know if there was a ravine over there, but all I know is that she was on solid ground. Yeah, she had to come to the road as far out as she was from him, but that's not the case. She vanished the second she turned that corner. Okay? Now, it's very likely, that she was picked up. I'm not saying that she wasn't. You know, I would rather for it to be that than for it to say that she just stumbled into a wormhole or a portal. Now she's stuck, you know, on another Earth somewhere where she can't see her family ever again. And if she ever did, they wouldn't know who she was because her double would already be there. You know, that would be her double's family, not hers. You know, that would be the crazy part. You know, they would like, oh my God, you look just like me. Oh my God, they're gonna like this, but they would never want to touch you. She does. That's it. You merge with your double, you become just an idea in the universe. It's crazy. And you're like, okay. So, like I said, he called 911. It came out. They searched. They never found her. And he said that, you know, she had to cross that road. If that was the case, maybe she was taken by somebody. So Thomas said the police, you know, considered him a prime suspect. Go figure. But that's what they do. First person they always blame is the husband. Every time. I mean, they have every right because it does happen. So they be like, okay, first thing we gotta do is go for the husband. Find out what he knows. You know, make him squeal. You know, make him feel like he's about to have a heart attack. You know, I don't know. But I'm not saying they wouldn't. You know, we don't know that. We're not there to see it. So, but it's anybody's guess. But anyway, sorry, I saw something in the window over there. There's a little like a woodpecker on one of the branches outside. I got a lot of trees in my backyard. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, you know, one day I'll probably turn the camera. Well, not turn the camera, but turn the laptop around, and you know, I'll do like show from the view of the trees in the back. That's all you're gonna see. Okay. But anyway, okay. So now, let's see, the police here. He said, Thomas said the police consider him as the prime suspect. Now, because it was just the two of us, he went for a polygraph test. They said that he was being deceptive. Okay. But Thomas said that he hadn't had no sleep that entire day. So, what you expect? You know, before he took the test. So, I'm pretty sure he had some sleep and probably wouldn't have been so deceptive. But if you're trying to stay awake and trying to worry about your wife and trying to worry about this bullshit when you up there telling me and accusing me of making my wife disappear, as elaborate as my darn story was, and said that as soon as she turned the corner, she vanished. Okay, I'm just saying. Worry about that first. My wife is gone, man. Fuck. But, you know, sweet old man, you know, worried about his wife. And I believe him. I don't think he had anything to do with it. This is a classic case because it fits the criteria. Okay? No supplies. She got black socks on. Okay? She turns the corner. She gets ahead of somebody. You know what they say. Never get ahead of someone, never fall behind. Because those will be the main ones that disappear. And that's exactly what happened. She got ahead of him. She turned the corner. She vanished. Okay? Those are the main ones they go for. The ones who be with somebody. And they get ahead of them. Because they want to get all spry. Next thing you know, you turn the corner. As soon as you're out of sight, poof, they take it. Who they is, I don't know. So, you know. But that's the case. That's what happened. You know. Sorry to say, but it is what it is. But like I said, Thomas had not had any sleep. When he took that test. So that would be the reason why he was deceptive, or that's what they call it. I call it somebody worrying about his wife because she vanished after she turned a corner. I call it somebody who is trying to deal with your ass because you looking at me as the prime suspect. So that's worrying me. And then at the same time, I got to figure out where my wife is. But I don't know. Because y'all supposed to be doing y'all job. So that's worrying me too. Why ain't you found my wife yet? Now you sitting here and got me answering all these questions. Now you tell me I'm deceptive. Bitch, please. What you expect? My mind is overrun with so much thought, and my body is racked with emotion. Okay? I'm tense. I haven't had no sleep. What the fuck you think? That's what I be saying. I mean, why not? Then he was saying, sir, you're being belligerent. What? No, well, not belligerent, but sir, you're being difficult. We're going to have to arrest you. Really? My wife is missing. She vanished when she turned a corner in the Mojave Desert. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why wouldn't I be like this? Wouldn't you? Sir, you have to calm down. I'll calm down when you find my wife. How about that? That's what I'm saying. If you gotta get froggy, you gotta get froggy. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get froggy with my voice though. That's what I do best. I get froggy with my voice. Don't you think so? Sounds like a song, don't it? I get froggy with my voice. Don't you think so? Yeah. You get a little Frank Sinatra going on. That's the way I like it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Early in the morning, I'm spry myself. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The trees are looking all bright green. I love that look. I love the smell. I love the sound of the cicadas in the evening. Birds singing. Kids playing and laughing in the distance. Grass being cut by lawnmowers. The sound of motorcycles shooting down the road at high speeds in the distance. It's the sound of summer. Oh, it's so soothing. You ought to try it sometime. All that rolled up into one on a very warm, quiet day, and that's all you hear. Oh, it's so soothing. I'm telling you, I love it. It's like my favorite time of the day. You can't really get that in the summer. I mean, in the wintertime or even in the fall. But in the summer, best time ever. You just sitting at home, nothing's happening. It's quiet. Your mom ain't bugging you, calling you on the phone, wanting to talk about everything. It's just a nice quiet day and nobody's calling you, nobody's at the house. It's just you. And you're just listening to nature and the sound of everything moving and growing around you. It's just amazing. You definitely ought to try it, guys. Seriously. It's a wonderful feeling. Like those nature tapes that you listen to, the sound of running water from a stream or a waterfall, or exotic birds flapping their wings and singing in the sound, but singing in front of the sound of a waterfall or some sort or some kind. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get back to the track because I'm almost done here. So, speaking to Inside Edition, he insisted that he had nothing to do with her disappearance, and I believe every word he said. I really do. I watched the video, and he sounded very sincere. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people is going to say, why isn't he tearing up? I didn't see any tears, but I watched it towards the end because I was trying to kind of recap on the story. So I didn't really watch the entire video, but the part that I did see, I could tell he was very emotional. There was no tears, but he was probably crying so much he couldn't cry anymore. His tear ducts were probably dry as a bone. So I would imagine that would be the reason why you didn't see any tears in the interview. But I'm going to go back and watch it to see if he actually did tear up. Because if he did, then I'll know that he was actually sincere. But he looked sincere. He sounded sincere. I go by that. Okay? I trust myself and my instincts. And my instincts tell me that his wife is missing. He's upset. He's not grieving. He's upset. Okay? So, anyway. Now, she is the love of my life, he said. Come home. We're missing you. Barbara Thomas is 5 feet 9 inches and 130 pounds, with blonde hair and green eyes. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts is asked to contact the Colorado River Station at 760-326-9200. Not 00, but 00. Or Sheriff's Dispatch at 760-956-5001. There you have it, folks. That is the story about this 69-year-old woman. One heck of a walker in the Mojave Desert. Vanished as soon as she walked around the corner and was out of his sight. One of the major and main categories and criteria in these missing 411 David Paulides disappearances and vanishings and the haunted. You know, you're in the woods, you got your gun, you go like this here. You want to do it before you make a noise out there where you know they at, then that'll scare them off. They'll hear that noise way too much, and they'll just leap away and just start, trolloping off. So you're out there, you're looking for it, then all of a sudden, they're gone. Can you believe it? Gun and all. You wanna know why? Nature don't play that. If you're not doing it to feed your family, you're obviously doing it for sport. And that ain't cool. I hate to say it, but you're dealing with nature spirits when it comes to hunter spirit vanishing in the woods or in the forest. Just think about it. You're out there with a gun. You know you're doing it for sport. You're not doing it because you got a starving family that you live off the grid with. You live in a house in the mountains, maybe. You coming out there to hunt because it's hunting season. Okay? You're basically Elmer Fudd. I'm sorry. I just got the image of, Looney Tunes Elmer Fudd in my head when I said it's hunting season. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. The story's over. This is the time where I can cut up a little bit. I wanted to be serious when I talked about this woman. Now it's time to be silly and funny. But, but seriously though. You're dealing with nature spirits when you're dealing with hunters that disappear and vanish in the forest, the national forest. Okay? Hunting is allowed, I think, in the national forest. Okay? It's hunt, as long as it's hunting season. But it depends on what you're there for. If you're there to hunt for bears, I don't think you want to do that unless it's hunting season. Because, look at what happened with Dennis Martin. People up there looking for the bears and stuff like that. I don't think they were there for hunting because they were there with their family. The Key family. So, but anyway, there is some information about my number one topic on my channel, which is about Madison Scott. The young 21 or 24-year-old woman who, no, she wasn't 21 because she was still in high school at the time. So she was like, I think by the time I found out about it, she was supposed to be in like 21 or something like that. Because she disappeared in May of 2002, I want to say. 2001 or 2002. So it's been over 10 years since she's been missing. Okay, and they're still looking for her. They got this thing called poker eyes, in British Columbia. She disappeared in the Hogsback Lake area, which is where they have bonfire birthday party that she went to. She wanted to take her pegs with her, but she had the wrong size, so she had to go get some more. And she did. It was the last time my mom saw her. She goes to the party on a Friday night. Sunday morning. On Sunday. Well, she was gone that night, I believe. Friday night when everybody left her there. Think about it. She was there by herself. She thought there was going to be people there who were going to camp out because they had their tents. But that never happened. She was the only one left behind. Okay. Now, I created a scenario on this information that they had on that forum. Now, I promised that I would never put her in this category because I've talked to her mother. I actually did talk to her mother on Facebook message, and we chatted for a little while. And I asked if she ever wanted to do an interview, about her, her daughter, because I wanted to get her side of the story. I mean, I've seen the video, I've talked about her. She actually did like the video that I posted about her. She said that I got a couple things right and a couple things wrong, but that's only because of the people who put it out there. I got the biggest of my information from the documentary that they put together for her, which was very well done. Everybody in that entire city, the entire town, just pulled together to look for her. Just got people that had boats, was combing the river, the ocean, you name it, they was out there. People who had planes was flying overhead trying to see if they found any sign of her. And it was just an amazing video that I saw, and I was so touched by it. I just had to do a video on it, and I did one. And like I said, she was pleased. She was really pleased because I started off by showing the beginning portion of the interview where they were talking to Dawn and the husband. What's his name? I think it's Alan. I think his name is Alan Scott. But you could see the emotion in her face and in her eyes, and it was very, 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 very touching. It really got me at my heart, after seeing how powerful that moment was, where everybody knew her, and everybody had something to say. Everybody had something good to say about her. She was just this maverick. She was like a Renaissance woman. She did everything. I'm talking like jet skis, horseback riding, hockey. She liked to fix the engine of her truck, so she goes from a dress to coveralls in a matter of minutes. She did all that stuff. She was just into so much stuff. And she was just well liked. She did everything. She was even in a drama club at a high school. She produced a couple of videos and everything, and she said it was kind of ironic that it was kind of ironic that she did a video where she was saying how she was acting it out. She was saying how she felt like she was being watched or something like that. It was just kind of eerie that video surfaced and then all of a sudden now she's missing. So but the way I set it up was everything went down the way it did. She's there by herself, and sometime during the middle of the night she hears a noise. It's like a rushing noise. She hears the sound of the ground being disturbed, like leaves, or this was in May, so it was still probably leaves on the ground, dirt being, messed with. I don't know, but it sounded weird and it sounded close, and it got loud. I'm pretty sure, and she got scared and she started to push herself back towards the wall of the the tent, and she's pushing things aside, because that's what they said, everything was pushed aside. So she's hearing this noise, she's getting scared, she's pushing herself back into the wall of the tent. So she's looking around, it's getting closer, it's getting louder, oh my God. She's frantic, so she's going all like this here, arms are flapping all over the place, and she pushed everything back, and then she got an idea. Maybe I don't need to be in here. Maybe I need to run. So she zips open the tent. She gets out. She sees what looks like a doorway to a portal. Or it looked like she could see on the other side. So she gets curious. And she walks towards it. She gets even more curious because she can actually see on the other side. It may have been daylight on the other side, so she could see what was going on. If she could see like grass, or maybe she could see another city. So she walks through it, and right after that, she probably got so amazed by it, she looks around and realized that the portal had closed, and that was it. Think about it, because if a person can just vanish like that and they can't find you, now Hog's Back is riddled with a lot of fauna, a lot of areas that haven't been touched in ages. Okay, some places that are standing probably have been standing for like over maybe 100 years. Okay, the land, I'm pretty sure, goes back hundreds of years. Some of those areas are, I wouldn't say ancient, but a lot of them haven't been touched. So trying to find a body in that area is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You know. So I'm not saying that that's what happened, because I promise I would never do that to her, and I don't want to do it. But that was just the idea that I had. You know, I wanted to be honest, but I still want her to return home just as much as the family does. Okay, I've always said that, and I always will mean that. I've always been honest and truthful on my channel, so anybody that says that hears me say that will know that this was just a theory that I came up with, just like anybody else who knew about a certain person that vanished. These theories are gonna come up, but when you're close to this person, all you want to do is find that person. That's the part that I get. That's the part that I cherish. That's the part that I respect. So, you know, I'm never gonna say that that's what it is, but the idea is out there still. People are just not talking about it because they want that person to come home. They don't have time to worry about the whys. They just want to find their child. They want to find their husband, their daughter, their mother, their wife, their aunt, their friend. I've always been a person who always wanted to help people. And I finally have that chance. I can even give people a voice. And I finally got that chance. So, I'm giving Madison Scott a voice as well. She's still out there somewhere. I feel it. And we just have to find her. So, to Dawn Scott and her husband and the rest of her family, if you're watching this video, I want to say that I will continue to post information about her. I wanted to post information about her on the anniversary of her disappearance, and that it came up, and I was really busy. I didn't get a chance to. And another story that came up, which was a brand new one, and I had to post that one too, but I didn't forget about her. So I'm making up for that right now, because I want to continue to do that, because anytime I see information about her, if it's the anniversary, I'm definitely going to put that up there, you know, because her anniversary will be coming up in May, and I want to make sure that I post an up-to-date video about that. You know, everything is pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed. They're still looking for her in British Columbia. They still do the poker rides where they get on ATVs and horses and just, you know, they just plow the area looking for signs of her, like maybe remains or there's some clothing, anything that could tell where she was, where she had been, how long she had been gone, anything. So I'm going to continue to do that. You know, I'm going to start looking into it a lot more to see if they found anything new, and I will post it. But until then, I am going to have to get off of here because I got things to do before it's time for me to go to work. It's already 10:29, so I got less than maybe 2 hours before I have to walk out the door. I know I'm going to eventually get a call from my mom before I leave, so I got to have my conversations with her before I go to work. I talk to my mom every single day. I did that ever since she, you know, had her a stroke. So, she's fine. She's moving around. She's just as energetic as possible, but she still has her moments where she gets tired. So, I still worry about her. It's been about 7 years now, but she's still doing good. She's driving. She's taking care of herself. She's living in her house, doing her thing, watching TV all day. I come over there to watch her mow the lawn. I know that may sound a little good, but that's what she wants to do because she likes to stay, moving. She likes to move around. So she has one of those propel ones. So I shouldn't have to worry about doing too much pushing, or else I'd have to do it. It means I get tired. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let you guys go watch this video and realize the masterpiece that I have just posted for you about this woman. I really do hope they find her, but just the fact that he said that she vanished the second she turned that corner, just lets me know that she is somewhere alive, but not here on this plane or on this level. She is on another earth somewhere, coping with the fact that she is on a parallel earth that is similar to hers, but not quite. There are some differences. The balance may have been set there, and everybody's walking around with their guardian angels right in behind them. I don't know. You'd be surprised. But yeah, that's what's going to happen here, by the way, just in case you wanted to know. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen though. I just know what's going to happen. But just be prepared when your guardian angel just pops up out of nowhere, no matter where you are. And I do mean no matter where you are. See, this one's on one of those moments where you zoom in and zoom out. I could do that, but I can't. I tried, but it doesn't work. Because that's a feature that stops the actual recording, and that pissed me off when it happened. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get off of here and say goodbye with my jazz hands. But no, that's not jazz hands. I don't do that. I do shakas. Yeah, so I'm gonna get off of here. I'm going to say hey hey, ho ho, and hui ho. So that's aloha, mahalo, and hui ho to you ho. And you manahunes and wahinis, I bid you adieu. See you.